Hi, I'm Hazel. Happy Friday. How are you guys doing? I am here, I'm live, I've got some glasses, tea, water. I was gonna show you, actually this isn't true, I was 100% aware this was gonna happen, but I was gonna show you my really cute Hearthstone ice cubes. They obviously melted, like instantly. It's a little warm out here. I have the AC running like behind this curtain, and I may eventually have to pull back the curtain and just be like backlit and just become silhouette Void Hazel, we'll see. Hi guys. Love the t-shirt. Why, thank you. I've got a very WoW outfit on today. So I've got like my Alliance tank top, and then I've got like the Nozdormu leggings because I was like looking at Bangarang leggings on the website because they came out with new ones. They came out with like the Alliance. I love the feather thing going on here. Or not, allied races. They came out with allied race Bangarang leggings, and I was like, I don't need those. I'm just gonna wear the ones I already have, and then remind myself that they're not all that comfortable, and I'm wearing them, and I'm like, wow, these are really comfortable. Just, you know, just grab 4 more, but they're expensive, you know. 4 more pairs is like $200, and that's leggings, and that's ridiculous. Hearthstone ice cubes, I want them mold for those. They sold it on the Blizzard Gear Store, but it was one of those things that I got on sale. During the spring sale, like back when I got all my WoW canvases, and I don't think they sell it anymore. Like basically everything else that I've ever bought from the gear store. That somebody's like, wow, where do you get that? And I'm like, I got it from the gear store, but I can't help you. They don't do it anymore. Should you make a warlock or a mage? Be a mage. Love the pants. Thanks, Susie. First live stream with Hazel. Hi, hello. Sounds a bit low. It should be mostly fine. I was a little far back from my mic. I should be a little better now. But it basically maxed out. If I ever draw you, how can I make sure it reaches you? I'd love you to see it. If you do decide to do that, I get a lot of fan art through Twitter. People tweet it at me at hazelnuttygames, or you can also email it to me, hazelnuttygames@gmail.com. Adorable dog. Happy Friday for you too. So there was actually a poll on my Instagram. Because both my cat and my dog are sleeping really well. He's not sleeping anymore. I gave him his bone so he could chew on his bone. But they were being really cute, and they were like right next to each other. And it's like, well, I figured I would throw up my first ever Instagram poll to figure out which one we should do. And my feelings were a little hurt on behalf of the cat because the dog overwhelmingly won, which I get. He's a cool looking dog. But the kitty likes me. I guess it doesn't matter when they're just like sleeping. It doesn't... They don't have to like people, they just have to look cute on camera. Michael, thanks for becoming a sponsor. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Hope that you enjoy our stream today. So, my plan, once I kind of get myself situated here, I'm going to be moving a little bit more slowly. I'm like a computer that like functions less quickly when it's hot. Like I'm being heat throttled. I don't have enough ventilation. Ow. I went, right before the stream started, I went to... and this may be a TMI story, it's not that bad. I went to reapply antiperspirant because it's very warm and I don't want to sweat too much on stream, and I grabbed one, I tried to put it on, and I apparently grabbed a new one. Still like that big plastic thing with like the huge plastic ridge on it. I just like scraped myself in the armpit with it. I was like, well, that was dumb. That's the kind of day I'm having. And the silly thing is, it's not like I was running out. I just, every now and then I get like a third of the way through a product and I'm like, wow, I don't want to run out. I better get a replacement. And I don't open them right away. Like I use things one at a time. I just replace them really early because heaven forbid I run out of something and then have to live without it for a day. Darkshore World Quests, mine aren't showing up. I am planning on doing Darkshore World Quests. Mine didn't show up at first and I had better luck after I disabled World Quest Tracker. I do see mine now, so mine are still functioning. I did my shaman and my warrior this morning, and then I realized I really needed to get a move on with my life if I was going to get a vlog out before the stream. It's still processing right now, it's not even out. So I didn't do the rest of my characters. So I figured that's kind of my plan for the stream, is we'll sit and we'll chat and try not to melt, and I will do... I'm not going to do every quest, I'm going to do the ones that have upgrades. So I've done a couple days worth of this. Not every character is going to need stuff, so I do need to go on my warlock, but only for that one quest. Everything else it looks like I have already, but I need that one. Excuse me. And, oh goodness, let's see. Drew, thanks very much for becoming a sponsor. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. I hope that you enjoyed today's stream. Appreciate the support. I legit never knew YouTube gaming was a thing. Is this new? Not that new. It's newer than Twitch. YouTube's had streaming for a really long time, but they've rebranded it a couple of times. I have been streaming on YouTube in this form for, I think, about 2 years or so. So not that new, but it's one of those things where it's got a lot of advantages over Twitch, but it's also got a lot of disadvantages, and in particular, like, the finding streams interface, not so good. Not so good. Most people that make it here either knew about the YouTube channel already, or, apparently it's been putting it in people's sidebars. Like, sometimes I see, you know, I'll be, like, on YouTube, which I do a lot lately, and it'll be, like, lo-fi, hip-hop, chill beats to study and relax to. And not once have I clicked on that, but it gets in my sidebar constantly, or, like, calming piano for studying. Like, Google knows I'm trying to focus, and they're trying to help me, even though I already have my playlist situation sorted out. And I, like... Am I like in there with the lo-fi hip-hop beats? Like, hey, you're studying. You don't play WoW and you don't really like games. You've never met this girl before, but like, do you want to listen to her talk about her cat while you study? Okay, don't be hating the warlock. You recommended mage over warlock pretty quick. I'm honestly recommending stuff at random because, as I said at the end of my last video, it doesn't matter. And also, lately, I've realized that it's really fun to port places. Warlock is very cool. I'm really happy with where Warlock is. And I'm actually on one right now. I'm really happy with where Warlock is. I'm flying to the docks. We're going to take the portal. Although it would be faster to go through Dalaran, but that's okay. Again, I'm gonna mentally stall a lot today. Completely lost. I'm just gonna find something else. Dog cam, it's been a while. Do your cat and dog get along? Kind of, yes. They're not friends. They don't cuddle. They don't lick each other. They don't sniff each other. They don't hang out together. But they tolerate each other very well. Like, they don't fight. There's never any concerns or problems. We're never worried about them being alone together. The dog is, like, benignly interested in the cat. Like, he kind of wants to play a little bit or see what's up or sniff her or say hi. Like, he's pretty friendly towards her. And the cat loves people, but looks at that dog like she just wishes he was not there. Like, if she's sleeping somewhere, if she's slaying, if my cat's just like out slaying on the couch now, if she's sleeping on the couch, and the dog gets onto the couch, like if one of us asks him to come out and sit with us, she'll just look at him like he's the most disgusting thing she's ever seen, and then if he doesn't leave, she'll eventually leave. But they don't fight or anything. Hey Hazel, hey Gabriel. Just wanted to say you have made doing pet battles fun, and I appreciate your hard work. Thanks, Michael. Oh, that means a lot. I need to catch up a little bit. Sounds like something I would do. If your world quests aren't showing up, disable your world quest add-ons. Pet tracker is updated. Oh, is it? Oh, I haven't checked add-ons yet today. I'm gonna need that. Pup got a rawhide. Yeah, he's got a little bone. We don't give him that one all the time. We give it to him when he's being real good, or when it's like a nice, calm, relaxing time. Because when we let him have bones all the time, he eventually just like completely gives up on them. If he has access to it whenever, he doesn't care about it anymore. He'll never chew it. But if you take it away from him, which I know sounds mean, but if you take it away from him sometimes, and then you give it to him sometimes, then he'll actually be interested in it. It's like marketing, but with your dog. William, thanks for the super chat. Hello, Hazel. Great work on the Jaina video. Thank you for watching that one, and for I was a little worried when I put that up that it wasn't. I mean, it was like the thing was really cool. The Jaina thing was really cool, and I'm looking forward to reacting to the other ones. But I haven't done a whole lot of reactions that are just reactions on my channel, so it felt weird doing something where I didn't have to provide like, you know, where I'm not giving specific instructions, or it feels weird making videos that aren't guides or like super in-depth discussion, and I'm worried that I'm like cheating people of their 5 minutes, but I'm really glad that people like them because I really liked making it. Husky Cam. Hey Hazel, thanks to your vids of getting my alts up to speed as well. Nice, John. It's very fast relative to, I think it's faster than, I feel like it's faster than the Legion. I don't actually remember. Like, there was a similar catch-up thing before Legion with the Legion Invasion catch-up. I don't remember how fast it was, though. Hazel, are you okay? I'm alright. I have good days and bad days. I'm gonna be a little flustered today, not only because of the heat, but because I stayed up quite late last night finishing that video. And then because, I mean, I'd say because it's Friday, but every day is a day that has something going on. I was up pretty early, so I've been drinking a lot of caffeine, and I think that's the other part of my problem, is I've gone through a little bit too much tea, and I'm starting to get a little shaky as I drink more tea. But I'll be fine. We're gonna stream for a couple hours, and then I am going to go watch Overwatch League and probably fall asleep on the couch. Oh no, I can't. I have to draw. I've got some drawing to do. Speaking of drawing and Patreon drawing, I have been, if you're one of the legendary patrons that is waiting for your custom art, I have been getting through them slowly, but I have been getting through them. And on that note, I don't think I'm going to continue, like, anybody that has already signed up will get, like, if I promised you art and you made a request, you will get it. But I think I'm probably going to somewhat soon, maybe like in August, put out a video that with the updated perks and make a change that I don't do the custom ones anymore, because I just can't keep up with it. It's just not realistic anymore with my schedule. So I'll probably do an updated Patreon video late August. There'll still be the monthly art and there'll still be the postcards. Like I'll have more time to put into that one. So I'll still draw. There'll be art. There just won't be like that first time sign up bonus anymore, because people are having to wait like 6 months and it's just ridiculous. Stormy here. I wish you were as confident in uploading your content as we are excited to watch. Love your stuff you've got. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I'm dying. Nope. Nope. Which one? Which button? Oh, too many. I got 6 Azurite crystals. Okay, I need to not pull 3 things if I'm going to read chat. Also, I would prefer to be Affliction. I don't really want to be Destro right now. I've heard good things about Destro, but I mostly went Destro to record clips for last night's video. I don't even think it made it in. I don't think I used the Destro clip. Not that it was anything terribly special. So I'm going to go Affliction. I'm going to make myself some health stones because I was like looking for one, and then I looked at my little health funnel button and I was like, wait a minute, it doesn't give me health, does it? That one won't help me. Let's get a Void Walker, that'll help. Messed up with my mage, now I have to do the whole quest line. Oh no. What add-ons do you use for UI? For your UI, I love how it's organized. Shadowed unit frames, Bartender 4, KUI nameplates, Gnosis cast bars. Those are like the 4 big ones. That's 4, right? But Bartender 4 is huge because, you know, you can scale your bars, you can move them, you can change the configuration, stick them wherever you want. Very easy to keybind. Big fan of that. So I'm making my Hellstone. Can't find good male mogs. I've given up on male mog. There's like 1 or 2 shaman mogs that I like when I'm being a shaman specifically. For hunter, actually that's not true. I have 1 or 2 hunter mogs. I'm actually really happy with the mog that I have on my hunter. I don't know how to show it to you, but it's in. Watch my last video. It's in my last video. She's got like this. It's like a tank top. I don't know. It's cool looking. I finally got the 800 pets achieved today. Grats, Michael. Grats on your rooter. I've been really looking forward to the, like, you'll have a really easy time getting Hearthy and BFA. There's so many new BFA pets. Getting an extra 200 now that you're already up to kind of that point is not going to be a problem for you. And I'm very excited for that because Hearthy looks really cool. Can you tell me how to get those green spells like yours? So Green Fire is from the Green Fire quest line. I know that doesn't help you. Google, I think you can still do it. Maybe, like, I did it back. I think you can still do it. It's like this whole thing with Canrathad, Emondlock. I don't think it's that hard anymore because I think you can actually out-level it, assuming that it's still available. But if you Google, like, Warlock Green Fire, I bet you can find a Wowhead guide or something that's going to walk you right through it. It's been a while since I've done it. I couldn't tell you but how to start it anyways, but there's a quest line. Is it hot in your house? I just got here, so sorry for the lack of info. It's pretty warm. It's mostly warm outside. It's about 100 degrees outside, which is like 35-ish, and my translations, my Celsius Fahrenheit may be a little off, but it's hot. It's real hot out there, and it's not that hot in here, but warmer than it should be. Actually, I know how I could find out. It is it's about 80, 83 or so. Ugh. Little warm. Also, I'm not helping myself because I am drinking hot tea. Because I have to drink tea on stream. Like, I drink hot tea all year round, even when it's really warm. And it's not a problem in the morning, because I can have breakfast tea before it gets really hot, and that's fine. But I've gotten really attached to my afternoon tea, and I have a really hard time working when I'm just drinking water. I get really cranky about it. So I just drink hot tea, and then I get really sweaty. If I get back to WoW now, do I still have time to gear up? You do. You do have time to gear up. You can't do the Mage Tower though. Mage Tower's gone. You're out of luck with the Mage Tower. You can gear up, you can get ready for BFA. Really quick catch-up gear, but you're out of luck for Mage Tower. Thanks for the video explaining how to skip the quest, get straight to Darkshore World quests. No problem, Joanna. How many times have you watched the Warburgers animation since its release? not 37, but I think I did it 5 times. I think I've watched it 5 times now. I think that was about where I felt like I had seen the things that were going on in it. It wasn't super complicated visually. I just needed to watch it with subtitles a few times and sort that out. I kind of like that helmet. I'm kind of into that. Any helmet that allows me to continue having my hair down, I'm willing to consider. Hazel, you can sleep, don't worry. I mean, not right now. Not like this exact moment. Give him bones all the time, he gets bored. Was just joking. Oh, I mean, he does kind of, like, look at him right now. Look at him, he doesn't even want it anymore. He wants to lick his paw. I've noticed he starts grooming himself like a cat. Like, ever since we got the cat, he picked up on licking his own fur to, like, groom it, although I don't think it does anything because he doesn't have a cat tongue. He doesn't get hairballs, though, so I suppose it's fine. Okay, so that was the warlock. That was the first character. We're just going to tab through them. I don't think this is... I say this now. I don't think this is going to take me all stream to take all my characters through here and get their upgrades because it's probably only going to be 1 or 2 quests each, and I've already done a couple of them. Open to suggestions for what to do with the rest of the stream. My current ideas are either actual pond nettle fishing, which is just going to Argus, sitting down in one spot and fishing to hope to maybe get a mount, or I actually did not do... Ooh, that is a transmog in half. I did not do the War of Thorns quest line from the Horde perspective. I have not seen the Horde quests, so I could take my Horde Druid and I could do the pre-patch quests to see what's going on. I mean, that would be kind of nice. I'm a little sad. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to do this actually properly. Okay, so this is the last achievement I need for free-for-all more for me. The Legion PvP quests. If you do each of them 20 times, you get an achievement that gives you a mount. And I've done each of the other 3, like the Bareback Brawl and the Murloc thing. I've done all those 20 times. I have those achievements. And for the Dark Brawl one, I'm 13 of 20. And I was doing it on this Death Knight. I was just, whenever I saw it up, which wasn't very often because it was at kind of a weird time for me, but whenever I saw it up, I would just use his instant complete to do it, and that's why I have 13. I didn't actually take the Death Knight out there. And now, now that they've disabled that instant complete, I'm gonna have to actually take him out and do it, and I was kind of grumpy about that, but I saw it up one time, I was like, fine, I'll take my Death Knight, I'll go out to High Mountain, and I'll do this thing, and the second I get there, a High Mountain invasion starts, and I couldn't do the quest, it disappeared, and the quest was gonna despawn before the end of the invasion. I was upset. It was like the game was specifically teasing me. The Horde quests were more fun. Do you have both sets of Heritage Armor? If not, go for the other one. So, I have the Void Elf Heritage Armor. I don't even know what I'm actually getting on my Death Knight right now. I should probably check. I have the Void Elf Heritage Armor. Alright, so we need the helmet. And just the helmet. See, I have Void Elf Heritage Armor. I don't have the Lightforged one. And we were leveling on stream. We have a level... I say we. We've got a level 34 Paladin that I was leveling on stream a little bit, but other stuff has come up, so I haven't done that much lately, but I'll probably finish that eventually. I thought the Horde quest was more interesting. Basic chit chat while we're playing is fun. This is such a I feel like sometimes streaming can become unhealthy for people depending on what kind of environment they have and how they approach it and whatever. I've seen both good and bad streams, but I feel like this one is really healthy for me because it's good for me to talk to people. It's so easy to look up and realize that it's been like 9 days since I left my apartment, and this is, like, I know this isn't going outside and not being a hermit, but it means a lot that there's people that are willing to come chat about, and just about whatever. Darkshore World Quests are live on live servers, and you do not need to have bought BFA to do them. All of the pre-patch content is available for everybody. Got it that Mage Tower is gone, I'm sorry. Your dog is precious, he is. He's a kid, he's a good boy. Best bet for the achievement, map out the times, plan logins. You're right, and I just need to, like you said, map out the times, because it is on a rotation. And just set a reminder in my phone or something. I wish I had done that like 6 months ago, because then I could have just done it with the dumb thing. But you're right, I just need to do it. I can't just let that mount go over doing Dark Roll Arena 7 more times. I'm so close. What capital city do you think Night Elves will move to? I think Exodar could be a great option. Exodar would be a great option. I feel like they're probably gonna, I think we probably have this answer that I just don't know. But in my opinion, they're probably just gonna stick them in Stormwind somewhere. Like, I know that the Forsaken are getting shoved into some part of not Undercity, Orgrimmar, I think. Pretty sure. Which is funny because so many Horde races, like, Horde races in particular have been, you know, because Trolls and Orcs always kind of shared it. Whereas with Alliance, the original shared capital was Ironforge with dwarves and gnomes, but humans just kind of had Stormwind. But with Orgrimmar, you had Trolls and then Orcs, and then the Goblins came. And then, and like when we got Worgen, they moved into Darnassus. So Stormwind has not gotten nearly as crowded as Orgrimmar has. I think he can probably fit some elves in there. Although I guess we're going to have to move Worgen now too. Now I have to go fishing, Argle Bargle. How long did it take to go from 1 to 110 now that 8.0 is live? I don't know if I can make a good estimate. Ow! I think of leveling kind of in... It really depends on how... There's probably an actual answer. There's absolutely an actual answer that is just like the straight up number of hours. I just don't know it. I would say that you can go 1 to 110 within like a month if you play every day without having to miss too much sleep. But I don't know how many hours that is. Also, this isn't the quest that I'm doing. I need to go actually do the Azurite thing. The cup is cute. Thanks. This was a gift, actually. This is something that we got, that we opened on the P.O. Box opening, the Mail Time series. This was a gift from a fan gift, and it's precious. It's the only teacup I have like this. It's the only like China teacup I have, and it's so cute and like delicate looking that I don't put it in my cupboard because I don't want it to get broken. Because I kind of shove stuff in my cupboards. I'm not very graceful about it. I can't get out of combat. I'm just gonna have to run to this place. I'm not very graceful about putting stuff in my cupboards. Like, you know, there's Tupperware at the top, and you just, like, throw one on... Like, every couple of months, I'll take all of the plastic, resealable containers and nest them and stuff. But in between those couple of months, I just shove stuff in there, and if it starts falling down, then I just shove it back in there. And same thing with cups and whatever. You just kind of, like, push on stuff, you know, somewhat gently, but you're also not, like, super looking. Push on stuff until it gets in there. So I didn't want to put something delicate like this in there, because I didn't want it to get broken. So it just kind of sits on a counter. So, well, it's very cute, but I hope I don't end up with too many. And the other one, the one with the really ornate flowers on it, also sits right next to it on the counter. And I'm eventually going to run out of counter space. I'm hoping that one day, if I move into a house, I can have, like, a cabinet, like a piece of furniture that is for all of my extra teapots and teacups. Like, at least the fancy ones, and, like, my tea board and all of my tea accessories. Because they're just kind of out here, and clutter upsets me. My dog is named Joker. Leveling pretty fast in Battlegrounds. Your teacup matches your hair beautifully. I'm more pleased by that than I probably should be. Are you going to main priest for BFA? I think so. I'm pretty sure that I am. I should probably play a little bit more with backups, but I have been such a priest for a long time. I have a hard time, like, imagining just being, like actually trying to gear up and main a warlock or a mage or a hunter. Like, I would definitely continue to be a ranged DPS. I definitely don't want to move to healing or tanking or anything like that. Or melee DPS. I'm definitely more of a ranged, but probably gonna be a priest. Ran for about 3 seconds and then stopped. Oh no. How long did the archaeology leveling take? It was, for me, about on par with as fast as questing was. I didn't time anything. I don't know. I don't remember. How do I skip quests? If you want to skip the quest line, like the intro War of Thorns quest line, you have to have done it at least once. And then after that, early on, when you go talk to Anduin for Alliance, or there's probably an equivalent for Horde, there will be a dialogue option that says, I've heard this before, skip the scenario, and that will skip you past the quest line. If you just mean, like, in general and WoW, you just want to skip quests and be leveled without having to do quests, then that would be called a boost, and it's going to cost you $60. Are you going to watch Owl in, like, a half hour? I'm going to finish my stream. Oh, my dog left. What's up, bud? I may have to move the camera to the cat. I'm going to finish my stream. We're going to stream until 5, so I'm going to stream for another hour and a half. And then I'm going to watch Owl. I'll miss the first hour of it, but that's okay. You know, we've got more of it tonight, and then all the good stuff is going to happen tomorrow. And I can always catch up if anything, like, really cool happens. Plus, I mean, I love watching Overwatch League, but I'm not super invested in either of the teams that are left. I was kind of, like, my heart kind of went out of it when Seoul didn't even make any playoffs. And I'll still watch, and it's fine. It's fun to watch them play, but they're not, it'll be cool. Digging the glasses? Why, thank you. These are my $12 gaming glasses that I bought on Amazon. The quest you're doing is buggy. My hunter's getting pole arms instead of a gun or a bow. My rogue got daggers, which the game claims aren't one-handed melee weapons, so I can't use them either. I know that the weapon that it rewards tend to be pretty random. Like, your hunter getting a pole arm makes sense because that's a survival weapon, and it's not tailoring the rewards to your spec, and world quests have never done that. Like, even now in Legion, you can go do a Legion world quest and get yourself, like, a healing trinket, and you don't have to be heal spec to see that, or, like, relics that you can't use on your current spec, but you could use in your off specs. So that's nothing new. I'm going to, alright, so we got the helmet, and we are going to do our next dude. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Team Gaming. How are you doing? Who do you want to win the finals tonight? Ooh, tough question. On one hand, I really like rooting for Carpe specifically, because he's a fish. I like fish. On the other hand, like, the London guys are, like, really easy to cheer for, too. Although my favorite London player was Wooyall, and he's not even there anymore. I think I'm cheering for London because I just want Birdring to be happy. Like, you see footage, I've seen YouTube videos of Birdring from back before Overwatch League, and he looked like he had life in his eyes, and he just, maybe it's just he's presenting himself differently now, but every time he's on camera, the kid just looks so sad. And I just want the kid to be happy. How geared should ults be? Like, what item level? I would say aim for 200. Aim for 200 now, like, with the new quest line. It's pretty easy to get there. You're gonna get 210 gear from all of those things. I think that's a pretty good baseline point. If you can get to 210, that's great. But I would aim for 200 if you're looking for something to aim for. We're gonna get new gear once BFA starts anyway, so no stress. I'm gonna go figure out where to point my camera, and I might have to, like, walk back and forth a bunch because I can't see where I'm pointing it when I'm actually up there. Or you can just go, I can just ask him to go lay back down. He'll probably get comfortable. Or if he leaves again, then I'll just move it to the chair and put the camera on my cat, because my cat's not going anywhere. First time watching live stream on YouTube, not bad. I'm glad that it's not the worst thing ever. It's alright. They keep emailing me telling me that they're going to change the name of sponsorships to memberships, and they keep, like, warning me about it, and I'm just waiting for it to happen already. Waiting for the sponsor button to become a join button, and I'm wondering if that's going to make people more or less confused. We'll find out. Am I missing out by not playing pre-patch, or am I good to just wait for BFA release? I would say it depends on what condition you left your characters and, like, when you left Legion. If you didn't play a whole lot of Legion, or you're a couple of patches behind, if you come back during pre-patch, you can catch up your gear significantly. And there's going to be a mount to earn with the Bring and Teldrassil stuff. There is stuff to do now at this point. So I would say if your character didn't raid and Taurus, then it's a good idea to come back and get started. But if you're otherwise, not really. Jill, thanks for the super chat. Hazel, you are my new role model. I watch your videos every day while I level. I hope to see your continued success. How do you deal with bullies in WoW? I've been having a hard time with rude players. That really sucks. I am very liberal with my ignore functions. So there's two things. One of them is I am very liberal with my mutes and ignores. So, like, even if it's not directed at me, but just somebody's being really toxic in, like, a pug chat or something, I just instantly ignore them, and then I don't have to read it anymore. And then I haven't actually gotten toxic messages, because, and this is a little drastic, I don't think I recommend it for everybody, but I have an add-on that disables all incoming whispers if that person is not on my friends list. I was getting mostly really nice comments, and some comments that were not nice. And it was just so much that I was having a really hard time working, because even if I just made the resolution to not reply to any of it and just focus on the video, I feel really guilty for not replying to things that come to me, and it was just ruining my work days. So I disabled all incoming. The add-on's called Bad Boy, and there is a filter option that you can set up that disables, like, it doesn't disable it. People can still think they're whispering you, but you're not going to see it. So I have that. I don't recommend it for everybody, but you can, I think there's a way that you can configure it to block specific players from that. Or I guess if you ignore them, they also can't whisper you. But just don't, I hope I don't know if it's helpful or not. don't let them get to you. It's a game, and anybody that's going to be rude about a game needs to find better things to have feelings about. Leon, thank you very much for the super chat, for the $100 super chat. Oh my goodness. Enjoy your streams. Happy weekend. Thank you. Dude. I squeaked. I alarmed my dog. That is incredibly generous. Thank you so much. Doing the Deaths of Chromie scenario yesterday, I didn't know that it was meant to be replayed. It gave me such rage. Oh man, I can imagine doing Deaths of Chromie and just imagining that you have this one shot to save Chromie, and if you don't do it, she's just gonna be gone. And, oh man, the first time, that one's tough. I did a video guide for that back when it first came out, and I distinctly remember I put out the guide, and I got, like, for the first time, not for the first time, but it was one of the ones that I remember, I got a bunch of comments being really upset with me because I put the Deaths of Chromie in the title, because that's the name of the scenario. And for people that don't know, like, that's the name of the scenario. It's in the activity guide. Like, you open up your game and you press, like, what is it, J or whatever? Not J. There's, like, a keybind for activity guide. It's right there. But people thought it was a story spoiler, which I can see where the confusion would come from, but people were really upset that I spoiled that Chromie died. And, and then I didn't change the name of the video because it's just, that's what the scenario was called. Are you going to play in war mode? No. No. I mean, the bounty thing actually looks really fun. I'm not good at one-on-one PvP. Whenever I PvP, I'm always a healer. Like, all of my PvP experience is with being a 3v3 arena healer. That's the only thing I was ever any good at, and that doesn't do me one bit of good in World PvP. Big Delight, thanks very much for becoming a sponsor. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. I hope that you enjoy the stream, the emotes. Hazel, do you like Dumbo betas? They are very pretty. I am torn on whether or not I want to own one, just because I've never visited one, and I don't know if they have trouble swimming or not, because it seems like they look heavy. And I know my beta, I don't know if it's because of his fins or his personality or what, but he is a really awful tail biting problem. And I'm kind of leaning towards never getting another long-finned beta ever again, because it just feels impossible to keep his fins in good condition. But that might also just be because mine is really aggressive. I don't know. So, I really like them. I don't know if I would get one. We'll have to see. I think that my next beta, I'm probably going to pick one out online, and I'm probably just going to look at like 150 of them, and one of them will speak to me, and I'll just order that one. Just got an Orb Weaver after seeing your setup guide. A bit difficult to get used to, but loving it so far. Dude, once you're really used to it, you're gonna wonder how you ever played WoW without it. It's not even like it's gonna make you better at the game. Nothing really will. Although having more keybinds is always super nice, so you don't have to like go digging through shift modifiers. But man, just moving with one thumb. I don't know how people find all the keybinds for things on regular keyboards. Like, I actually got into fully keybinding after I got to a gamepad. I moved to gamepads really early. I've been using a gamepad in some form or another. I started with the Logitech G13, and then I eventually moved to the Orb Weaver. I've been using those for like 6, 7, 8 years or so. So I never had all my keybinds on a regular keyboard, and I'm thinking, like, if you're moving with WASD, you can comfortably reach, like, what, 1 through 5, F, G, I don't know. It just feels more natural and more organized to me to keybind one of these things. You have to get plants for it to lay on. I mean, my beta has plants to lay on for days. Days! Plants for days. Floating plants, in-thing plants, plants with bendy leaves. I got them. I tried to grow the comfiest plants I could grow. And he does sit on them. It's just, nothing seems to help him. And it's just, it is what it is. They probably won't all be like that. And he's comfortable, and his water stays really clean, so they don't get infected. Maybe he's into fin modification, you know? He's a teenager. He's rebellious. He's doing what he's gonna do. Do you think you're going to try and get the pet locked behind the 400 honor levels? Depends on whether or not I can talk myself into getting back into PvP. Like, getting back into Resto Druid PvP. Because if I can, it's not gonna be a big problem. Like, I used to, especially because honor levels are account-wide. Like, when I used to do Arena, I would queue a lot across like 3 or 4 different druids at different item levels, or different rating levels, because that was the only way that I felt competent enough to trust myself in groups with other people, was to practice constantly. So I got a ton of honor. And now having that being able to apply to my honor level, I think would be really helpful. Actually, I should do that. No. It only counts your Legion honor levels. I did that back in Warlords. I was gonna say I should log into all of them and try to get my honor level caught up, but it, like I said, it only counts with the Legion stuff. So that's it for this monk. So we put on my... Oh, I don't need to put on my sun hat. I have a legendary in that slot. Why did I come out here? What am I doing? Never really liked keybinds. I just got the Logitech G600 yesterday. I didn't expect it to be so heavy. I have that one. Is it heavy? I mean, it depends on what you've been using before. I didn't really notice it as being heavy coming from Naga. I bet you if you just had like a computer mouse, like a default one that came with your computer, then it might be kind of heavy. What's nice is when you get comfortable enough to keybind RTVC, other various keys. RVTC, yeah. It's probably the same as getting used to being accurate with all the buttons on an orb weaver or on a mouse. Like, once you're good with them, you're probably set. It's just these ones are laid out in grids. I like grids. I can organize a grid. I don't know. The letter thing wasn't working out for me. The Great Ruby, thank you very much for your super chat. First time catching you live. I'm a new player. I love watching your informative videos. Just leveled my first 110 a month ago. So hard to catch up. There's a lot going on. There's definitely a lot going on. I find it can be helpful to just let go of most of it. Did I ever level Rooter? I got him out here. Oh no, he's still level 1. Look at that. Like, you can, like, get yourself a little bit of gear with these Darkshore world quests, and that's all you really need for now. Everything else you can get in BFA. You know, if you decide you want more stuff later, you want to catch up on mounts or pets or titles or what have you, but a new expansion's a great time to start because it's a great fresh slate. So if that quest is going to give me a helmet, then it's going to be good to do on this one. Oh, you know what I didn't look at today, actually? Mark, thanks for the super chat. Do you know if World Quest will give 210 trinkets and rings? I was actually going to ask you guys that. I have not seen it. I have not seen a single trinket, ring, neck piece. Obviously no relics, but I haven't seen any trinkets, rings, or neck pieces. And I'm a little bummed about it because my trinkets and rings and necks are all awful. Like, this rogue didn't even have one. I had to go take some nether shards that I somehow had and buy one. So I don't think you can. Or if you can, I haven't seen any yet. I'm hoping that there's some solution for that, or else we're just going to have to replace them later. I want to check to see what the pet battle quests are, because I am so close to my family familiar. I would love to be able to finish that on stream. It's gonna pop on a day that I don't stream. I'm gonna be sad. So Mana Fiends. Yeah, no, I can't do it today. I need to do 2 more pet battles. I need to do these 2. So I'm 1 away from Aquatic and Roboteer, and then I'll be done. And these people don't pop. Like, the Suramar ones do, but I only have those unlocked in 1 character, and I've just been chipping away at them really slowly. I need the rest of them to pop. I've been a Horde player my whole life. The start of this patch very uncomfortable. Do I try to level up an Alliance character? I feel like it's too late to change. I don't think it's too late to change, and I don't think that leveling an Alliance character necessarily means that you can't play Horde. This is a great expansion. I know they're trying to really push the Horde versus Alliance choose your side narrative, but I think this is a really great expansion to have at least an alt on the opposite faction, so that you can experience the story from both sides. Like, there's a lot of very cool faction-themed story content, and I think you're missing out on half of it if you don't at least look on the other side. So, make an Alliance character. Don't feel like you have to switch. And I would also say that, like, I understand the uncomfortable feelings. I know that's going to sound really bizarre coming from an Alliance player, but I think that you're going to have more sympathetic heroes soon. I don't know when, but soon. I got a ring from Darkshore, random, 2nd stat. Okay. Oh, that's really good to know. Because I need them. I need them very badly. I've seen weapons and I've seen armor. Gotta start that achieve. Just got my Fisher Friend one today. Grats and Fisher Friend. Quick question. You just got the complete edition. Halfway through Valon. Curious, what should I focus on? You're halfway through Valon. The complete edition of what? I'm very confused. Stanford's finally unlocked flying. Grats, Stanford! How does it feel? So Hazel, how are you doing today? I have to thank you for your videos and the time you take to give us players advice and help. Thanks, Reborn Gaming. I'm doing pretty good. I am feeling actually a little bit more awake after like some tea and talking to you guys. I need to make sure I drink more water in this stream. After Tuesday, I thought I was getting sick. I had a really sore throat for the rest of Tuesday, and I was really worried that I was coming down with a cold. I think I just talked too much. I think I just talked too much on my Tuesday stream, and I kind of lost my voice. and not enough water. You only need to complete the chapter on one tune, Jason. Once you've done it the first time, you'll get a dialogue option when you start the quest chain that lets you skip it, and then you can skip ahead. Any idea if there are drops in BFA like the Baleful Armor drops? Not that I've seen yet. Those kind of things tend to get added in later patches. I wouldn't expect anything like that in 8.0. I'm going to play both this X-Pack, hashtag for the Horde. What storyline for BFA are you excited for? I'm really excited for Battle for Lordaeron on Alliance and Horde, mostly the Horde for the Dark Lady. BFA storylines? I really want to, like the Jaina and the Proudmoore and the Waycrest stuff. All, like the Culturan storylines, I'm really excited to see those. Mostly because I was doing them on beta, and I was really, no spoilers, I was doing them on beta, I was really enjoying them. And I got to what felt like it was going to be the end, and it bugged out, and I couldn't finish it, and I just wanted to see the end of it, and I don't know what happens, and I know that's normal, like, I'm not supposed to know what happens yet. It's not out yet. But I was so into it, and I felt like somebody had just snatched away, like, my favorite toy. I want to find out what happens. Speaking of, oh, hang on, I need to, super chat. Marjorie, thanks for the super chat. Gearing my alt right now as well. Love your tattoo. Why, thank you. I'm going to be saying this for a while, but I really do need to get my other arm done. I feel ready, and I just need to put together some materials and make an appointment. It's going to be so hot to leave my house, but I know I just need to start it. Just wanted to wish you a nice day. Good night for the Netherlands. Thanks, Seraphim. That's so nice. Oh, I need to look at my screen so that I can not die. So I switched to Outlaw purely because I got these swords. I got one-handed swords, and they're not daggers, so I can't mutilate with them. Like, I got these swords, and I put them on. I'm like, oh, yeah, weapon upgrade, because I didn't have relics in my stuff, and I was very excited about that. And then I went to go, like, stab somebody, and it was like, you can't do that. They're too big. You know, your puny little gnome arms just aren't having it. And I was like, oh. So now I'm an outlaw, and I don't know what any of these... I mean, I didn't know what the assassination buttons do. I definitely don't know what these buttons do. Jeremy, thanks for becoming a sponsor. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Appreciate having you here in the support. You guys have been so generous lately on streams. It really... Oh, I fell off. It really means a ton. This is such a cool thing that you guys let me do. Oh dear. Vanish. Cloak. Sprint. Dice. Lockpick. No. Faint? Where is Vanish? Can I not do that? There it is. Found it. Sarah, thanks for the super chat. Beware the Daughter of the Sea for the Alliance. How many people do you think made Frost Mages just after seeing that cinematic? There's got to be a bunch. There's got to be people that were on the fence about what class to play in BFA, and then they saw that, and they were like, oh, I know. Any shoulder enchants in BFA like the Zookeeper one? I don't think so. Haven't found any. Not looking good. Not looking good. Okay, so I ambush, right? And that's going to do some damage. We like doing damage. I build up with the purple one, Sinister Strike, and then I have some spenders. I have Dispatch, which is damage. So what's the one with the gun then? Pistol Shot? No, that's something else. Oh, Pistol Shot's another builder. Grappling Hook I can probably stick on a bar somewhere. So what's the... Well, now I'm confused. I need to hit somebody to figure out what's going on. Crimson Vial? Oh, yeah, that would have been a good one. That would have been good. Alright, let's try this again. Let's go just try and fight this guy. Also, speaking of stories that I haven't finished yet that I really want to know. Okay, so ambush. Build up. So yeah, what's this one? That's another finishing move. Oh, it stuns the target. Okay, so if I use this one if I just wanted damage. Pistol Shot can apparently proc? I don't know what the proc is for, but it's procking for something. I've been reading Behind the Storm? Before the Storm. And I don't have anything new to say because the story's still the same. I'm still halfway through it. I haven't finished it. I put my friend onto it. I started reading it, and I was so impressed with it, and I was having so much fun reading it, and I really wanted to talk with somebody about it when I was done. And I was like, dude, you gotta read this book. And he's like, eh. It's like, there's an audiobook. It's free on YouTube. Just put it on while you play games. And he did, and he finished it before me, and now he's the one that can't talk about it with me, because I haven't finished it yet. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll... So I have it as an ebook. I'll finish this thought in a minute. I'm gonna chat a little bit. For Outlaw, don't forget Riposte. Riposte. Oh, I missed it. The thing in the bed with the dog is a dog bone. It's not a human spleen. Although if it was, I probably wouldn't tell you. I'm enjoying Shadowproof so far. I like the AoE-ness of it. But it's a little early to see. We'll have to see after I'm raiding with it. What's your class domain? Made me think about my choices. Thanks for the content in the existential crisis. Anytime. Anytime you guys need like a existential crisis, midlife crisis. Got you. Mainly used for RP. There were some daggers. I must have missed them. I've also noticed that the rewards are very different between different characters for me. Like, I'll go in one character and I'll do a quest and it'll give me a helmet, and on another character that same daily will not give me a helmet. Like, on most of them it will, but sometimes it won't. There's some weird juju going on with the quest rewards out here. Don't forget Roll the Bones. Yeah, what's that all about? It gives me a buff? Oh, I have it down here. So that's a finisher? Yeah, it's a finisher. It gives me a buff, lasts longer per combat point. Oh, okay. Should I level a warrior or a paladin? Ew, melee. No, paladin. Yep. I'm just giving, like, I hope I'm being clear that when I give people an answer like that, you know, if you already, like, you probably already know all the things that you're gonna know about the two of them, so if you know all the stuff, and you still don't know which one, sometimes it can help to just have it just to arbitrarily pick. I'm here to provide an arbitrary choice for you. I don't know you. I don't know what you're gonna like. I'll pick, though. I'll pick something. You might like it. We don't know. Hayes, do you agree with everyone freaking out about BFA so far and losing the artifact? No, I'm so glad. I would throw it out if I could. I would destroy it. I want to, like, dump it in the sea. I want to stick it in the museum, never see it again. I'm done with it. Over it. It's in the past. I'm really excited about BFA. I'm freaking out about it in a positive way. And I'm done with my artifact. They were cool for a while, and now they're over. I've been farming the Pond Nettle Argus Fishing Man for 3 hours now. Haven't gotten it yet. You might be there a while. From what I hear, that one can be a significant grind. We just got a kitten. We let my 5-year-old pick it out. It looks just like your kitty. Congrats on your kitten. Kitty Girl 4230. I'm jealous. I was thinking, hang on. I lose my train of thoughts, but if I just keep following them as I get them, I'm never going to read chat because I'll just be talking to myself for an hour. I'll finish the one. I'll tell you the one that came to my mind. So I one day want either another cat or another dog or both. Either after this dog reaches the end of his lifespan, because he's already 7. And Kleekais aren't supposed to live, like, terribly long. They'll live a while, but they won't live, like, forever. I eventually want another dog, maybe another cat. Like, not in this apartment. I'm gonna need to move first. We have a pet limit that we are at, and also pet rent, which is ridiculous and very expensive. So it need to be in a house. But I was thinking one day getting a puppy or a kitten, and then I was thinking today, what if... Because, like, I was talking earlier about how my dog and my cat aren't really friends. They tolerate each other. They don't fight. They get along. They're safe in the same house together, but they don't like each other much. They don't really hang out. So I was like, what if one day I get a puppy and a kitten at the same time? How much of a dumb idea is that? Like, to just get them both. You know, I work from home. I hope, maybe I, I get a bunch of videos ready to go so that if it turns out I just can't work, I can just put some stuff out. I can still stream and whatever. But just get them both at once, have it be just, like, absolute chaos for 6 months, and maybe they learn to love each other, because they'll grow up together. You know, they're both tiny, they can't hurt each other, unless the cat blinds him, in which case that's unfortunate. Is that a bad idea? Is that dumb? You don't want to be the secondary light class after priest? Dump it in the sea so you are on Ashara's side? Sure, yeah, she's cool. She's got tentacles these days, right? I'm into that. Shaman is fun, feels like it's missing something? What's up, guys? Hey, Lean, how are you doing? Thinking about having a sub-rogue as my second alt. Any ideas on who I can watch or read to know how to play them? Sub-rogue? I actually have no idea. I bet if you, there's gotta be some Twitch streamer that does it. There's gotta be. Somebody probably knows. Joker's having a hard time getting comfortable. It's warm, and he's covered in fur. He has been shedding like a monster. He's a pretty furry dog, and like huskies, Kleekais shed their coat a couple times a year. Although, it's kind of like he sheds his coat all the time, and then a couple times a year it gets worse. but all the time he's just losing big clumps of fur. But lately, like just today, I was walking around my apartment. I was like, wow, there are huge clumps of fur just everywhere. I need to vacuum. And I don't usually vacuum till Saturdays, but I mean, I guess Saturday's tomorrow, but he's been shedding. He's been shedding. Very scary. Thank you very much for the super chat. Hazel, I just subbed to your channel, rolled a priest. Any tips for a budding disc priest? Well, I appreciate the support. It would probably be in poor taste for me to tell you to go shadow. Tips for a budding disc priest. I bet you there is good info on how to priest. I've mostly used them for shadow priest, but I know they cover all 3 priest specs. So I bet you they have a guide somewhere, either on their Discord or on their How to Priest website, that's gonna have like really good advice and info for you. Also, Priest has the best, in my opinion, which is an opinion, I think that Priest has the best looking tier sets. You go back through the Priest tier sets over the years, I think they've got the best looking ones. Cut Kitty's claws, they'll be fine. I think that's the plan. I may have gotten really lucky with our current cat because she lets us cut her paws, like her claws, not her paws. We don't cut her paws, we cut her claws. As a kid, like we got her as a kitten and we touched her paws a lot and we like got her used to us pushing her claws out of her paws. I'm having a lot of fun saying that. And so she lets us do it now. Like I can flip her on her back and kind of like hold her right here in my arm and then just like push her claws out and clip them, and it's fine. It's not a big deal. So I'm hoping that I can continue to do that with any other kittens that I get, as long as I'm getting cats as kittens, so I can get them used to that. My boxer loves the kitten. I'm waiting for the day the cat rides around the house on her back like a Viking. SS for builder, as well as pistol shot when procs, spend with dispatch and between the eyes and roll the bones. There's so many finishers. Like, I guess, okay, so we can do pistol shot only when it procs. Also, I'm on my 100 now, so it's fine. We can do pistol shot only when it procs, but there's so many finishers. It feels like a lot. Videos of puppies and kittens playing are amazing, so I say it isn't dumb at all. I mean, that's my logic. I feel better with them babies. Who pays rent? What do you mean? He's gorgeous. I got my dog and my cat a year apart. They're very close. The cat used to groom my dog. Super cute. For a long time, we wanted our dog and cat to do that. Like, we really wanted them to get along and be friends. Because we got the cat as a kitten. And Joker was into it. The cat just didn't like him. Do you not have a fan in the room? We do. Fan, AC. Oh, I can turn on the ceiling fan. That might actually help. Here's 5 more for saying my name right. Got you. I wish I could take credit for that. It may have been a lucky guess, but you know, it's like very, very, very scary. It's just spelled really cute. Infectious, go for the rogue info, stay for the accent. Yeah, you gotta love a good accent on a streamer. I am sad that I have to disappoint you by just sounding like me. I don't feel like I mean, some people say I have a Canadian accent, and I suppose I do with some words, but it's not very exotic. It's never been like, I don't feel like Canadian is ever like one of the really appealing accents. Like, I've never heard anybody be like, man, just, you know, just love that Canadian drawl, eh? Started playing Priest, watching Automatic Jack. I'm loving Dis. It's amazing. Does he do Dis stuff? I know him for Holy. I've known him as like a really good and informative and really nice guy, a Holy Priest for a while. I mean, I don't personally know him. I follow him on Twitter. I don't think he knows me. But I didn't know he did Dis stuff. How do I get to the pet tracker options? I have mine disabled right now because I haven't gotten my update. Oh, you're right. The ceiling fan makes a huge difference. I hope that's not upsetting the mic too much. But usually I go interface add-ons and it'll be down here in that panel. Almost Saturday vacuum. Actually Saturday vacuum. Usually Saturday. Yeah, I clean the apartment on Saturdays, and then on Sundays I clean the aquariums now. And you'd think that it would suck to have to clean 2 days in a row, but I actually really like doing both of those things. You know, I put on headphones is the key. Although I have to be careful when I'm putting on headphones when I'm doing water changes in the aquariums, because it's very easy to, like, when you can't hear the bucket filling up, because I just use a siphon in a bucket. They're small aquariums. When you can't hear the bucket filling up, it's easy to let the bucket get a little too full. I haven't overflown it yet, but it's scary. Cravan, thank you very much for the super chat. Hello, Pupper, and also, hi, Hazel. That's our dog, Joker. He is a cute guy. He's cute. Being cute is probably one of his most appealing traits. He is quiet, as long as you don't try and leave him alone. He can't be left alone. I was a little bit sad this last week because I got an invitation to actually come out and get lunch, and I really wanted to go. And I don't drive, and that's probably fine. I'm learning, but I don't drive yet, and that's probably fine. I probably could have Ubered out there, but I can't leave my dog alone. He's got such separation anxiety that if you leave him alone with no people around, he will scream until you get back for hours if he has to, and not only is it inhumane, but it will also get you evicted, so I can't leave him. They updated today, but that part is gone. Oh. I only hear it when you say out, which is funny when Americans mimic Canadians. We say, what's it all about? About. Yeah. I have started to hear it a little bit, but I'm less embarrassed about it now. People used to really give me a hard time about it, or they'd try to bait me into saying certain things, and I don't think they were super malicious about it, but it felt kind of mean. But I think I've just chilled out a little bit more. I don't think anybody actually is being mean. I think it's just, I don't know what it is. Jack mostly plays Disno. Oh, okay. If Priest wasn't a class, what class would you mean? Probably Hunter. Probably either Hunter or Druid, depending on if I wound up doing PvE or PvP. Although I could make a case for both Warlock and Mage. Probably more so for Warlock than Mage, but like, Mages can port Mages can port places. And I'm so jealous. It's so handy. I'm always trying to... There are so many portals in WoW these days. I mean, I appreciate that they put them on the map now. And the portals in the boats and stuff. I mean, some maps, I guess. But, you know, they have those little icons now showing you where you can port to. But there's just so many ways to get places. And mages can just, like, do it from their spellbook. You don't even have to worry about it. Your doggo is blinking like such a tired little boy. My heart is melting. Well, now you can't see his head at all anymore. He's just kind of like oozed off his bed. I bet I can actually just back up. You guys are going to get a view of like a kind of messy cat tray, but I can probably just back up the tripod to get a wider shot. Yeah, a little better. Whew. Water. Accent is strongest in the East Coast anyway. The accent is completely different on the East Coast, isn't it? Like, if you get into the Maritimes, you have, like, a completely different accent. So can engineers? Can port anywhere? Wouldn't it take, like, consumables, though? Maybe not. I really like that mages can just do it without having to worry about cooldowns or consumables or anything like that. My husband is from Long Island, and I always try to get him to say certain things because it sounds awesome. What do you think about the new Druid forms? Very excited. Not just the new Druid forms, actually, the new Druid animations. They redid, like, bear and cat movement and walking in 8.0. It's subtle, and if you didn't play one before, you might not notice it, but they look a lot better. They look a lot smoother when they're running around, and that's important to me, because when I do play a Druid, I spend a lot of time basically doing exactly this. He kind of looks like a frog. Kind of got, like, a frog stance going on. Whew. Are you liking the class sets that World Quest are giving, or would you rather have factioned gear? Ooh, that's a good question. I really am, like, before you mentioned that, I was into the class sets that we've been getting. I really like that I'm feeling like my class going into BFA. I am a shaman or a priest or a warrior or whatever going to fight the Horde, but now that you mention it, I think faction stuff would have been cool. What breed of dog? He is an Alaskan Klekai. We love Canadians. My roommate Josh is Canadian. He's sitting here with me, and he thinks your dog is cute. What's up, Josh? Thanks. If you had an NPC in WoW, what race would it be? I feel like it would be kind of presumptuous, or, I mean, silly. No, not silly. It's a word. I'm trying. I have a word in mind, but I can't say it on stream, and I can't think of, like, a family-friendly word to use. I don't know. I feel like it would be not cool of me to, like, I don't know. Probably a Void Elf now. I mean, the hair is all purple and stuff. So I am going to... Actually, do I even need to go out there? Do I need gear in this character? She's got, like... This one has a couple legendaries, so I don't need that slot. I don't need that slot. Okay, I do need the helmet. But everything else is fine. I'll go do it for the helmet. I'll do it for the helmet. New Druid forms? I mean, new Druid forms are for the new allied races, like for Zandalar, Druid, and Kulturan Human when we get those later down the road. Current Druids are not getting new forms, but they do have the new animations. We know you're a priest above all else. If you had to pick one Alliance race as your ultimate favorite, what would it be? I mean, race? I know, I understand the question. I'm thinking. I'm really torn. I really love a lot. I mean, it's so hard to pick races in WoW because there's so many cool ones, and they're all cool for different reasons, and they all have their own cool flavor that they bring to every class that you can set them up with. Really torn between Gnome and Void Elf, which is probably because those are my two priests and I can't pick between them. Really torn between Gnome and Void Elf. But also a very special place in my heart for Draenei and Night Elves and Lightforged Draenei. Humans a little boring. Humans are cool, but they're a little boring. Moment you said bait, Joker looked up. He just keeps oozing farther off his bed. I'm gonna switch it to a cat cam. The cat at least is staying in her chair. I have to fly all the way down to the south of the island anyway, so I'm gonna just like put this on my cat. Oh, never mind. The cat got up. Can't do it. Cat's coming here. Kitty, come here. I probably shouldn't have her on my lap whenever I'm wearing like the Alliance leggings, or not the Alliance leggings, the WoW leggings, because she's got sun claws. And they're probably poking holes that can never be repaired in these expensive leggings, but I don't care, she's my baby kitty. Alright, well she's up, but maybe she just wants water. Are warlocks getting new animations? Eventually. I don't think they're getting anything in 3 weeks that they don't already have, though. You inspired me to buy my first oolong yesterday, and I love it. Nice, nice. There's a lot of different oolongs, too. Like, there's greener oolongs, there's blacker oolongs, there's, like, floral oolongs, there's, like, buttery oolongs. There's all sorts of different ones to try. If you type Colteran on my keyboard, it autocorrects to Julia Titan. That sounds like a cool name. That sounds like a comic book character. Never get to catch the live stream? Welcome to the live stream, Dusk Rage Games. Wicker Druids? Yeah. Do we know yet? Oh, speaking of which, hang on. Not speaking of which, hang on. I need to publish the vlog. I completely forgot about it. Publish, and I need to set up the end card real quick. I mean, you guys are here, but I should probably at least put out the video that I was making this morning. And we're still flying. It takes Darkshore is really long. It's like, it's so far down. This one. It's very bizarre to me that people watch my vlogs. Like, I know it's kind of like a WoW news show, but they were always kind of conceptualized as just me talking about absolutely whatever. And if there's WoW news that happened, then I'll talk about that. So it's really strange that people click on them. I don't quite understand. Info. And alright, I think I'm good now. Do you like green tea? I do. I think it's probably I think green tea is like second from the bottom for me in favorite teas, just because usually if I could have a green tea, I would rather have like a pu'er or an oolong tea, but I do enjoy it a lot. Jasmine green tea in particular, anytime that I'm making like a sushi, I will always make a jasmine green tea and have that with it, just because it reminds me of when I go out to have sushi. And then, or Chinese food, the same thing. And white tea, I think, is probably my least favorite type of tea, just because I'm probably making it wrong. Like, it's one of those really delicate teas that can get kind of bitter if you don't do it right, and I'm probably not doing it right, because it's always been kind of gross. Still saving for that spider mount. I'll never have it. You will, though. You will. You just have to believe in yourself, and if you have alts that you can set up in BFA with mission boards, do so. It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. Do you plan on getting the Brutosaur mount? I hope so. I hope so. I'm starting my gold grind somewhat from scratch. A little more from scratch than I thought it was going to be. Making gold in the pre-patch is a little tough, and I haven't been doing any world quests or emissaries. Like, that would still help, but a lot of our gold making methods were nerfed, which is fine. But wow, this is really overpowered on a druid. You can just, I don't have to fight anything. Why did we, like, engage in ground war to mine all the Sazerac? We should have just sent out a bunch of druids with claws and had them, like, rip it from the ground with their talons. This is working excellently. I've figured out how to win BFA. Are you going to do a new TSM4 video set? I am going to do a update on the new features soon. I guess I'm going to try and do that this weekend. I wanted to try and do it this week, but I just haven't. I've been behind. I promise I've been working. I haven't been just like taking naps out here, but everything takes a little longer than I think it's gonna. So I'm gonna do that hopefully very early next week or over the weekend, and then I will probably update all my TSM guides eventually, but assuming that TSM4 doesn't invalidate any of my existing videos too much, I'm not gonna do it soon. I'll do it eventually, but probably not soon. Do you brew your pour from tea bricks or loose when you buy it? I have it both ways. I generally buy it in bricks if it's available that way, but there are a couple really good ones that are bought loose leaf that I do drink. I'd say I'm about 70-30 bricks to loose leaf with it. I just feel really fancy when I pry it apart with my tea pick. It's like a little tea stabber. Okay, helmets on. We're just checking my last 2 priests, and then we could do. We'll do it. We'll do the quest line on Horde. I haven't seen it yet. I'm curious. I'm having a very hard time making gold. How do you make gold? In the last 2 weeks, I haven't been, but I like to run old dungeons raids and just sell everything. Sell transmog gear. Sell old mats. I like to flip things. Mostly battle pets and BOE gear, which means that I buy it when the market price. I buy it when it is a small percentage of the market price, and then I sell it for market price, and I make the difference. I like to farm herbs, and I like to fish, and I like to sell those things. I'll just pretend that I'm a fisher person, and I'll just go on a fishing trip. I'll put on like a hat and get a crab pet out, go fish for an hour, and then usually like while talking to a friend or something, and then I'll sell the fish. And then I have alts, and I use those alts to do world quests and run missions and Legion. A lot of my money, a lot of my WoW money, my nerd cash was from doing missions on just 2 characters, just 2 of them. I didn't even set most of them up. And then doing world quests with combat followers that gave me 150 gold per world quest. I would just go do a bunch of world quests and have just a couple thousand extra gold. Resources for navigating what's good and not good to use copyrighted material in YouTube videos. Pet doggy for me. I will pet the dog for you at some point, but I have to be very careful about it because he runs away when you try and touch him. He's a very easily spooked dog. So for copyright stuff, I would say if you're trying to use music, don't. Like if you're trying to look for copyright music, either make it yourself, or there is the creator library. Like YouTube has an actual section for you that has stuff you can download and use, and that stuff is certified safe. And if it's not from there, like there are royalty-free sources you can use, but just because it says royalty-free doesn't mean nobody's ever going to try to claim it. And it doesn't matter if they're, I mean, like, they can try to claim it and maybe their claim is fraudulent and maybe you beat it, but like that's a whole headache that you really don't want to have to go through. So I'd say music-wise, just be like overly cautious because it's not worth the headache even if you are in the right. I made most of my background music and that's why it's so awful, because I just don't want to fight with people about who owns it. I need to check this thing. For games and stuff, if you're planning on covering Blizzard games, you're okay. They have a public and open policy saying that you're okay to make videos with their games. Other games are hit or miss. Most of them are fine with it these days, but some of them aren't. Do I not have it on my... I never did it on this character. I never unlocked... I mean, she has... This is... I rated in this character, so I don't think she's going to need any 210 gear. I guess I'm good. I'm not going to worry about it. Need 45k quick. Can you recommend a good vanilla chai? I'm trying to find a consistent place to get it. Actually, you know what? I got, in my mail time again, from a fan, a box of Bigelow vanilla chai. It was like they're tea bags, and they're great. It's like the best out of the box. It tastes like a drink you might get at like a coffee shop, you know, like you're getting a weird sugary Starbucks thing, except that it's not sugary unless you put sugar in it yourself. It's lovely. The Bigelow vanilla chai. They're like black tea bags. TSA bug, everything are using the old one. Is the new one online at the moment? I've just been using, I haven't got TSM 4 yet. I'm still using TSM 3, but it's updated. It's been working for me. A lot of older classical music can be used without worry of copyright, and you can actually download a lot of that through that same YouTube royalty-free creator library. Ow. It depends on what kind of content you're making too, because for what I do, whenever I'm putting music behind something, it's mostly just so that there's something back there, but it doesn't really matter what it is, so I actually usually put it very quiet. Some people probably can't even hear it, because it's just kind of like filling extra brain space. But if you're actually trying to use your music as part of your storytelling, then you may find yourself more restrained and restricted with what YouTube offers you. Or you might find that you've just heard it like 100 times before, and sometimes that can work in your favor. Like if it's a piece of music that lots of YouTubers use, and people have associated certain moods with it because they've heard it so much, then that can be a thing. That can help you. I guess I need to do that thing. I need the helmet. But it can work against you also. What staff is on your Void Elf Priest? So this is, I've transmogrified that to the Staff of Immaculate Recovery, which drops off of big dude in Black Temple. What's his name? Raids. Burning Crusade. Black Temple. The Gurtog Blood Boil drops the Staff of Immaculate Recovery. Gurtog Blood Boil and Black Temple drops that staff. I put on this set because I needed to look like a holy priest for a second. TSM4 out tomorrow? It is. Your dog is cute. I want one, but I am allergic. That sucks. Maybe there's another pet that you will learn to love like a dog that you're not allergic to. Like maybe you can have cats, or maybe you're allergic to those. Maybe you can one day own a fish that behaves like a dog. And I know they're not cuddly, but they can be cool too. I don't know. That's probably not helping. I'm probably not helping. Probably get TSM set up before launch. I would at least get the basics of it set up. You can certainly add and create more groups and tweak your rules as you go along through BFA. But just having a couple basic groups set up to start with. I've been thinking about just nuking all of my TSM groups. Not all of them. Like my TSM groups. And I never hand out my TSM strings. Not because I'm trying to hoard secrets, but because they're an absolute hot mess and I don't want to ruin anybody's life. But my groups, so like that's just battle pets, and it's just got a bunch of battle pets, so that's fine. Oh, I closed it. What else do we have? We have BOE gear, and that's basically like any green from something. Maybe it's a translog appearance, maybe it's not. I sell them very aggressively. I'm not very careful with selling them at all. And it's all in that list. And if I get a new piece of gear, like I pick up something from a dungeon, it's a green, it's BOE, I just add it to that list. It's got a mailing operation to send it to my... It's got a mailing operation to send it to my bank vault. It's got a very, very cheap shopping operation where I will buy them if they are dirt cheap. That's why it says trash. And then the posting operation is aggressive sell. I will post those. My minimum price is just 20% more than vendor price. As long as I'm getting at least that, then I'm not worried about it. So I'll undercut very far down on that stuff. It's probably losing me some gold, but I'm just trying to move it, you know? You don't want to be sitting with, like, Northrend green legs in your inventory, like, reposting them for a year. So I'll probably keep those. But, like, stuff like this and the cooking and in the, like, the materials tab, I mean, that one's broken, apparently. I need to freshen up. I'm probably going to make some new profession groups and do some profession operations in BFA once I get a little bit of time. Shenpu? He's a Kleekai. I'm allergic to fish, oh no. Rats are the best pet if you don't want the responsibility of a dog. I've heard that, actually. Douglas, thanks for becoming a sponsor. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. I hope that you enjoy the stream. I appreciate having you here. A breed of dog that's allergen-free? Probably? I know with cats you can get, like, hairless cats. And with dogs, some dogs that you'll be allergic to. And then sometimes there's shorter hair varieties or different varieties that you're less allergic to. That's worth looking into. And you can also grow out of allergies. Like, I was very allergic to cats when I was a child. I would, like, if I visited somebody with cats, I would get hives, I would get itchy, I would, like, have swelling. It was very bad. And we went and got me allergen tested, and I was severely allergic to cats. I never thought I'd be able to own one. And then when I grew up, I just kind of got one. Because I'd visited some cats, and I hadn't really had a problem after the age of, like, 20 or 22. And then we got one, and it was fine. So if you... Sometimes it's worth checking again, although, you know, take it easy. Don't just, like, rub peanuts on your face or anything. I am not responsible for any poor medical decisions. Do you like to move it? Move it? Only when I'm watching, animated movies with penguins in them. Any idea what sort of pirate foods there will be in BFA? We can actually find that out right now. I believe the new profession items are in the cooking journal, so you can go unlearn and see all the culture and stuff. So, pirate food. We have Heartsbane Hexwurst. That's actually not pirates, that's pig-headed beast man. There's called tiramisu, which is going to make me want to make tiramisu again. Sailor's pie. There you go. Get some briny flesh, fusaka, wildflower, fresh potato, and make yourself some sailor's pie, which gives you mastery for an hour. Also, swamp fish and chips, bountiful captain's feast, galley banquet. Yeah, lots of sailor food. Lots of pirate food. Something that I really like, actually, about the Brutosaur mount is that on the vendor, you can buy the cooking mats. You can buy those, like the fusaka and the flour and the potato and whatever that are part of the recipes that are just vendor mats. You can buy those on your mount. You don't have to go back to the cooking vendor for them. I really like that. Monks are a blast, but that's very subjective. I want a baby pig. What do you do when it becomes an adult pig, though? That's the thing with teacup pigs, is as far as I know, there is no true miniature pig. People will try to sell you a miniature pig, and that's a baby pig, and then it turns into a big hog, and you're like, well, I don't know where to put this. This is cute, and it's my buddy, and it's still a very good pet. It's just, it's huge, and it poops a lot, and it's a farm animal in my house, on my couch. If they ever actually have miniature pigs, well, then they'll probably have health problems, because some things shouldn't happen. Hairless cats are not hypoallergenic, but they do have hypoallergenic cats that have fur. Huh. I have a poodle, and he doesn't shed, so I'm thankful that he doesn't. Chinese crested, both normal and powder puff variety. A powder puff Chinese crescent sounds like a TV commercial. They're nearly hairless. Any ideas on the best way to level new characters? New characters? You know, the normal. Do questing. Do dungeons when you have quests for them. Wear heirlooms if you have them. Do low-level zones. Don't necessarily move to higher-level zones unless you have to, because of the way scaling works now. You can do like the 10 to 20 zones. Just do all of them and get a lot of value that way because the travel times aren't too bad. Parrots make great pets. They can live for over 80 years. That is subjective as to whether it's a great pet. I think that parrots are great pets for people that are prepared to own a parrot for 80 years and have family. Like, if you, like, I feel like if you're getting a parrot and you're already an adult, which you probably should be if you're making the decision to get a parrot, like, I would hope that you either know somebody that can take care of it after you die, or, like, you're raising a family with the intent purpose of trying to instill in them a love of parrots so that your poor bird has somewhere to go when it outlives you, because it's going to, because they're going to get really old. It's a big commitment. When they become adult pigs, bacon. Pigs are adorable. There are dwarf pigs that stay the size of small to medium dogs. Are there? That's kind of neat. You can't buy water mana to regen for your heal. No water and a 5 million gold mount. Well, that's unfortunate. You can get them. I mean, you can get them. Yeah, that is a little weird that they didn't stick water on it, if that's true. Just stock up elsewhere. Like, it's easier to stock up on water, though, than it is to stock up on all of the potatoes and flour and stuff. Like, those take up a lot of bag slots. What is your opinion on investing in Elixir of the Rapid Mind? I've heard people have really good results from it. I haven't messed with it, but I think it's worth looking into. Do you know which boss the Fell Flame Inferno shoulder pads drop from? Wowhead is no help. No, and my first course of action would probably be to look it up in Wowhead, so if that's not helping you, I have no ideas. How do you unlock the Horde Darkshore world quests? I've done the quests. You know, we're going to find out in a second. I haven't done them yet, and I think I'm going to do them next. I think that now that I've done this quest, and I've got this hood, and I'm going to put it on, and it's less... We got those in Warlords, right? Like, those were Warlord sets. It's less, what am I saying? I'm going to go do the thing on Horde, and we'll find out. If you get a parrot, you must also get a ferret. If you have World Quest Tracker on, disable it as it can hide the World Quests. Get a ferret. I don't plan on getting a ferret. I feel like I'd be more likely to get a snake than a ferret. I mean, I'm not planning on getting a snake. I'm not planning on getting any more animals aside from maybe a fish or two. Or, like, as I stock my fish tank. Aside from that, no more animals until I move. They're gonna inspect my apartment and, like, look around and be like, what are you doing? Leave. And, you know, you want to approach that day with hopefully enough money to leave without being homeless with your snake. And, what else? You know, I'd rather not get evicted. So, or have to rehome my animals. Like, oh no. I do not like letting go of animals. I do not do that if I can at all avoid it. What am I doing? I'm getting on my Horde character. Everybody meet my Horde Druid. Her name is Hazel. I play her. Sometimes. That's the one. She's got a toothy staff with a PvP enchant on it. This is the Druid set that I wore for like 3 years. And this is my Troll Druid. I'm gonna do the quest on her because that's the only Horde that I have that's 110. You had to buy BFA to open it up? Did you? Because I read a tweet that confirmed that you didn't. Can you show us your favorite battle pets? It would take a while. I would get really sidetracked and it would take like a long time. I do really like the Green Wing Macaw though. Oh, I'm honor level 40. Oh, I never did log in this one. Apparently I just got some more honor levels. Ferrets are furry snakes. My aunt had a parrot when she was young. Whenever someone walked through the door, the parrot didn't know. She'd just squawk. And now I know why my aunt had no visitors. Oh my. Oh boy, that sounds like quite the bird. I'm probably gonna want to be balanced. I don't know if I have a balance artifact, but maybe I won't need it because it's gonna give me a weapon, right? I have a scythe balloon, right? Oh no, I have Fangs of Ashmane. I might have to do this as Feral. Yeah, I don't have a weapon. It would have put it on. I guess I'm gonna be a Feral Druid. Can I gear up my ult by just doing Darkshore World Quest? Should I still do the Argus stuff? Love the stream. Thanks, Nadia. Just Darkshore. Don't worry about Argus. The Argus stuff is like 30 item levels lower now. Don't worry about it. Don't even bother. Just do the Darkshore stuff. Like, you're welcome to go and do Argus if you're looking for the pets and mounts and toys and whatever. There's a lot of collectible stuff out there. But I wouldn't worry about it. And honestly, I would just go back after we get like some BFA gear because it'll be easier to get around out there. Look at that beautiful pupper. I must be behind in chat because my beautiful pupper left. I don't have a good way to get the camera on my cat, so I'm just gonna move it to my fish. This might take me a second, sorry. Office tour. That's my ceiling fan. It's really fast. It hurts if you get your fingers in it. That's pretty close. Man, trying to like square the framing on the fish tank and get as much of it as I can without like being too much out of it drives me nuts, and it reminds me of where am I going? I don't want to do Armies of Legion Fall. This is wrong. It reminds me of, in Premiere, weird editing pet peeve. Like, in most pieces of Adobe software, if you want to resize something while retaining its proportions, you hold down Shift and you drag. And that's not how I go places. I'm not Alliance anymore, I'm Horde. You hold down Shift and you drag. And in Premiere, with masks and other square things that you're trying to resize, you can do that. You can select like some or all of your corner points, and you can hold down Shift and you can drag, but it'll hold them straight, but it'll also clip them at weird angles, and it's impossible to just like resize a normal looking square. And it's deeply upsetting to me. Why am I'm going to Orgrimmar. Also, I have too many quests out here. I never did unlock like the Nightborn or the High Mountain. I have the reps and the achievements for both of them on my account, so it probably will allow me to do them. But I never actually did the quest to unlock them. This slab ceiling fan. The problem is that the ceilings aren't that high in here. Like the ceilings are high in other rooms, but in the bedroom and the office, the ceiling's pretty low. It's not like low, but I'm tall, and I flail my arms around a lot, and I stretch, and I point at the sky, and sometimes my fingers, or like in the bedroom, I'll be like making the bed, or like folding my laundry, or like stretching in the morning, and my fingers end up in the firing path of the ceiling fan, and if it's going fast and it hits you on the outside of it, it hurts. I really bruised my knuckles doing that before. Mainly play Horde, enjoying the Lion's Quest lines. You're Horde. I mean, I'm going to be Horde for like 15 minutes. It's going to be a beautiful experience. We're going to learn a lot. I don't know how to play this, actually. So I'm a cat. I've got some buttons. Those will do. I want passive abilities that I don't have to think about. We'll bleed people so we can crit on them. That's fine. A better sprint, sure. I'll take Resto Affinity so I can heal myself. Yeah, sounds fine. Stuns are nice. I like stunning people. Fast dots, sure, yeah, take that. By the way, this is not a guide. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just taking things that look like they're gonna get me through the next 20 minutes. That's a passive, I like that. And extra maximum energy, sure. Alright, so I'm gonna turn on some sound. Where do you get out of here? I'm gonna turn on some sound. Sound, not that sound, but dialogue, yeah. Dialogue up, this up. Music up. Alright, coming through the stream. Because there's probably going to be some of that. We're going to try and figure out what's actually going on. So I'm trying to meet No, we're not doing the allies thing right now. We're not doing the army. I'm abandoning the armies of Legion Fall. Khadgar, deal with it yourself. Undercity. I've come to the wrong place. I can probably get to the Undercity through a portal in the Zeppelin Tower now, huh? They took a portal to the Undercity in Orgrimmar? Gotcha. There's nothing wrong with the Horde? No, no, no. I'm just, you know, I blame Blizzard. They're really pushing us to pick a side, and I look at my wardrobe and all my shirts are blue. I'm wearing an Alliance tank top. I am a traitor right now. Although sometimes I wear my Sylvanas leggings, and I'm like fighting against Sylvanas. I'm like, oh, it's so spicy. Forsaken Shadow Priest is nice. I used to play a Forsaken Priest. That was one of my main characters back in Wrath, actually. I raided as a... I got kicked out of raids as a Forsaken Priest. Where's Sylvanas? Oh, there she is. There she is. The Horde quest line, there are not travel shortcuts. Darkshore quest is the one telling you to meet Sylvanas in Undercity. I figured that was probably the one. I figured she's probably gonna start this off. When I did this on my Troll Druid, I cringed all the way through. Because you are Alliance at heart, or because you don't like the acting? I mean, we're gonna find out. I don't actually know how they're gonna frame this to us. I'm actually really curious to see this from the Horde perspective. This is probably not news for half of you, at least. But it's news for me.
No time for games.
Her voice keeps changing, doesn't it? We're going to capture the World Tree.
What
so my
joy is there
understanding
in this curse?
Oh, she's gonna tell me. We want Teldrassil to intercept Alliance shipping routes of Azerite, theoretically. She basically wants to take the tree and control the docks. She thinks Anduin's gonna build powerful weapons and turn them on her homeland, so she knows nothing. That is not the first thing on that kid's mind. Although I think she might be kind of lying to her people to try and justify what she's doing. So she's all, you know, Malfurion Stormrage must die. She's yeah. All right. So we're heading to the Northern Barrens. We want to go what? Back to Orgrimmar? I guess I never did Hearth, so I can probably just Hearth back to Orgrimmar. I love Sylvanas. I think they just modulated it a bit different. Same chick does her voice? Okay. Yeah, they probably just edited it a little bit more. No idea what faction to choose? You should, like, the rest of the Warbringers might help you. Like, when they come out with the rest of the Warbringer videos, maybe there'll be a champion that you can get really excited to rally behind. You can watch I would say watch the BFA launch cinematic and see which heroes you get more excited for. And I would also say just look at the races that you get to play and see what looks really cool to you. Because that's the thing that's going to affect you the most, is your choice of races when you're making characters. Because it's most, like, you can play both factions, but most people tend to stick to one of them because all your gold is going to be on one side, and like your guild's going to be on one side.
I summoned you here, along with one of our greatest champions, because our enemies are gathering their strength. The Alliance is scouring the far corners of Azeroth in search of every advantage against us.
I don't think so.
We must do the same. War is coming. We need fresh blood added to the ranks of the Horde. What say you?
Nah.
War Chief,
Come
years
forward.
ago, the Horde pursued the fugitive Garrosh Hellscream to an echo of the Draenor I once knew. In saving Draenor from Garrosh and the Burning Legion, this champion earned the trust of the orcs there. They owe the Horde a debt. I propose we collect what is owed to us.
An army of militant orcs from another world? Trained soldiers. Weapons waiting to be fixed upon the Alliance. Interesting.
War Chief.
She's so...
The Tauren of High Mountain fought boldly alongside us in our campaign against the
You'll see, it'll make you
Legion,
sad.
just as our ancestors did long ago.
Feel bad doing the Darkshore stuff as a Horde druid.
I have invited
Yeah,
their leaders
I've heard
to
that,
a great
actually.
feast in Mulgore. This could be a chance to bring them to our side.
A simple people, but strong.
Am I doing...
They would
I'm
be a
doing the
boon
wrong
on
quest.
the
This is the
battlefield.
allied race quest. What am I... Let's get out of here.
I
This is
too
wrong.
have a
I
suggestion.
cursed here so I could fly to Northern
The
Barrens. I'm
Sindora
not trying to
have
recruit allied
maintained
races right
diplomatic
now.
ties with the Nightborn since we
stop,
helped
stop.
liberate.
I thought that was part of what we were doing for like a good 5 minutes there. I am having... We're leaving. Oh gosh. Wrong place, yep. What do you think of the Night Elves being defeated during the night? I hope Blizzard really makes sense out of the situation. Don't pretend like the Alliance is innocent here. They initiated this conflict, did we? This is not Darkshore, that is true. I'm gonna go work out, because I'm depressed, and that might help, It won't hurt. Don't make the mistake of playing Blood Elf, go to the Barrens, the Allied Quest thing, yeah, we caught on. Thank you for being a positive member of our community. It sparks my interest in the game, that and the coffee. Yeah, we went to the Undercity. The Undercity told me to go here, so I hearthed to Orgrimmar, and then I got sidetracked because I saw Sylvanas and I thought that was going to be important. Although the voice acting was good. It makes me wish that I had that on when I did that on my Alliance character. I got a pop-up quest actually like a day or two ago on my rogue, of all people, like my rogue that I don't really play. And it was like, come recruit a new allied race. We've got new info on the Darkshore. And I'm like, really? I thought that wasn't until 8.0. Like, we can't do it yet. And it called me out there, and it asked me to talk to the different people and talk to Moira about Darkshore and dwarves. I was like, wow, I'm surprised this is in yet. And I think it's just like, it was probably a mistake that it showed me the pop-up quest, because there's nothing to do yet. You need a BFA rep, and you need BFA quest progress to actually get them. Alright. Well, he's not going to say anything to me. Sorfang. Like, I know what happens from the Alliance perspective, so I know we see him later. So, he's not about the whole Malfurion thing, but apparently killing a bunch of other Night Elves, you know, we don't know them. That's fine. We can go wreck their stuff. Sure, why not? Tea, Earl Grey, hot. This is tea. It is Earl Grey. It's not hot anymore. It used to be hot. It's actually kind of better now that it's cooled down. I feel like it's not a hot tea day today, and this is actually doing okay. Cool. I put in some cold brew, like some chai tea in my fridge to cold brew. I'm hoping that turns out well. We'll see. Sylvanas sent her emissaries to reach out to the Alliance. They murdered her emissaries. Oh, I missed that. Can you do war mode? I could. I won't. Nightborn make beautiful priests come over to the Horde side. Nightborn are very pretty. I won't argue with you there. Horde has lots of really cool races. I just want to be Alliance. I'm for my king. I'm real excited about Anduin. I really hope they don't kill him. Like, if he's too good, if he's too pure a soul to be a king, and you need like a more controversial leader or whatever, then fine, like you can make him not king, but just then make him do a thrall and just like travel the world and do priesty stuff. You know, Thrall's still around. We didn't lose him. Although I feel like they're probably going to use the kill Thrall card for when they want to get people real mad about like some future expansion. Because he's not really important to the story anymore, but he's also like just kind of hanging out. Although, I don't know. Thrall was kind of like Metzin's dude, and now that he's left the company, it might be weird if they killed Thrall. They should have given better rewards if you turned on war mode. I think they balanced it correctly. There's already people that feel like they're missing out when it's 10%. You want it to be just enough so that you're not falling behind by playing war mode. But if it's too much better, then you're just punishing people that don't want to PvP. Are you in any community? None, and I don't plan on joining any or starting any. Is beta closed or it's still open? It is closed. I don't think they're going to have an open beta phase. Cold tea is really good. The mug matches your hair really nicely. We need Darian Mograine to run the Alliance? Maybe. I would like him to get a scar or lose a limb. You want him to lose a limb? Why? The poor kid. I mean, I guess it would make him like more like rugged and interesting and like a little, like he's a little bit naive. They're trying not to make him overly naive, but he acts in ways that are a little starry-eyed, and that's probably a direction that they're trying to stop at some point. So am I just supposed to just like walk up and press the button. Can't I just kill them myself? Is that an option? Why are we stealthing through here? Why, like, the city was under, did they finally put it out after the Cataclysm? Because the city has been on fire since then. Horde have been attacking this place forever. Thrall can never die. Priestly shamanly stuff. I can see Jaina killing Thrall this expansion. Oh, that would be interesting. That would be a good way to make the Alliance a little less whitewashed lately. Because, you know, she's very anti-Horde. I feel like she's not, like, Thrall was her friend, right? Or am I confusing things? I'm trying to catch up on lore a little bit and at least figure out who's mad at who. But I'm still a little lost. Game sounds a little loud. Oh yeah, let's turn that back down. I had it up so that we could get the dialogue sounds really clear while I was listening to them, and I forgot to turn it back down. Also, music's a little loud for me. There we go. 4 more. iPad is almost dead. You should probably charge that. Probably plug it in. Read the book will open some eyes about anyone. I am reading the book. So far, it's getting me very excited to follow my king in BFA. But I'm only halfway through. I gotta finish that book. Although, it's not like I'm gonna be able to talk to you guys about it on stream because I don't want to spoil it. I don't know when the statute of spoilers runs out for stuff like that. Is it done after BFA because the story will, like, be progressing beyond that point by then? Can we talk about it then? I don't know. Now is a great time to read the book. If you were thinking about reading the book and haven't done it yet, now is a good time. It's very good.
Sack an entire city.
Not great. I want him to lose one arm and become a drummer of Def Leppard. Thrall has always been Jaina's friend, but he killed her father. Did he personally? I missed some stuff from Warcraft 3. Okay, let's go talk to Sylvanas. I'll turn it back up again just for the dialogue. Actually, yeah, we're good. She would be over here. A lot of the recent lore goes back to Cycle of Hatred. I don't know if I want to read more WoW books.
Not slaves to this torment.
Okay. So we're gonna just go. Wow, I thought she was gonna say stuff. She just wants me to move farther forward. Carries a lot of plots from War Crimes, and I did read War Crimes. Although, so far, maybe they'll get to it later, but so far there's not there's references to it, but not a whole lot. Hazel, do you have Chronicles? No. Bellular is gonna spoil everything, him and everyone else. I mean, people want to discuss stuff, and the internet is a great place to discuss stuff. And I can understand, I get trying to avoid spoilers, but there's got to be a point after which you just have to, if you're continuing to avoid spoilers for a long time after the thing has been out, then you probably need to unplug a lot. That's just kind of how it is. Like, whenever we can't watch Game of Thrones or Westworld or something until a day or two after it comes out, I don't touch Twitter. I do not go on Twitter. I do not go on news sites. I don't look at comments of anything, regardless of how related it might be, because I just don't want to get spoiled yet. But there's a certain point after which people online are going to talk about it, and you just have to, if you really don't want to hear it, you're going to have to pull back a little bit for a while. All your questions will be answered in the book. I just need to finish it then. I just don't know when. I'm having a really hard time scraping out enough hours in a day for stuff lately. What's up, Grimfang? You kind of remind me of Thrall before he got his armor changed right now. Have you unlocked Dark Iron Dwarfs? You can't do it yet. You gotta do it in BFA. You're gonna need to do the War Campaign rep, and you're gonna need to do the War Campaign quest achievement. Did they release new quests? I did my Darkshore dailies this morning. Didn't see anything calling me back to talk to anyone. Not until Tuesday. There will be new quests after the weekly reset on Tuesday. But not yet. I mean, they'll probably. I don't have it confirmed, but I would assume that they're going to let us do the rest of the Teldrassil stuff on Tuesday. It's a 9-hour audiobook on YouTube, worth listening to. And if you're already playing WoW and you just want something to put on, because it's an audiobook, you don't even need 2 monitors. You can just put it on and play. And you'll probably be through with it before you know it. 2 days after BFA, your time's up. You're not going to avoid spoilers just by playing. After it's been out and released, not beta, alpha, or PTR. Okay, so after the 14th then, after BFA is out, we can probably talk about it. I read Before the Storm 50 times at least. That's a lot. That is a lot of times to read. I don't think I've read anything 50 times. Like, I've read the A Song of Ice and Fire books a lot. I've read those probably 5 times. And goodness knows I've read Harry Potter a bunch. I used to do that yearly. But still not 50 times. I'm not that old. I haven't lived that many years. Pre-patch stuff is time-gated. Are there any new pally classes for Horde? I don't think so. I don't think we have any confirmed ones, do we? Yeah, no. Although I will say, and I don't think that this is really evidence for anything, but you know how they changed it so in default UI there's now like, you can see the class color of NPCs like in their name or something? It was something on beta. Like I didn't have any add-ons in beta, so it wasn't an add-on thing. But like the tooltip, the most ever tooltip for some reason for NPCs had their class color. Or like something that happened when I targeted them. And there was an NPC, not even an important one, but a Zandalari NPC that's like helping, like one of the people in the city when you start the Horde campaign. And when you click him, his name isn't pink. He was a Zandalari paladin. There's NPC precedent. Just saying. Can I start the Darkshore questline without Argus? Yes, you do not need to do Argus. Wish you would stream daily? Oh, you don't. It would get real dry. I have to save up like 3 or 4 days worth of energy and weird stories about nothing really. I don't talk about much, but like if I streamed every day, it would be a much less exciting stream. Not that I'm not saying it's super poppin' right now, but I feel like it wouldn't be the same thing. I heard new trolls could be pallies. Zandalari is being hinted as being a paladin. Troll pallies sound really cool. The actor reads Sylvanas dialogue like Batman's second movie's voice. She kind of does. Pet tracker is fixed. I'm a troll. That would be perfect. Yeah, I mean...
We will slaughter anyone who soldiers. No! Do not rush them!
Well, she tried. You can't blame her for that one.
At least now we know how dangerous the wisps can be.
Good old anti-horde wall.
We will slaughter anyone who stands in our way.
Oh, so we've got an ambush now. Oh, I need to actually do combat now. I haven't been attacking anything, so I'm a cat. We bleed things. We build like combo points, and then we... I probably don't need my dot. I can probably just like bite him. And we've got swipe. I can heal. I like being a cat. Feral's not bad. Feral's not like... I'm not really a melee DPS kind of person, but Feral's okay. You know, stuff is proccing. I understand my finishers, like this one is a dot, and then that one is a bite. And is that it? I guess there's roar. No, there's not actually. Where did it go? I don't know. The buttons make sense to me. Zandalari supposedly set up to get paladins. I could see it. I wouldn't like bank on it, but I could see it happening. I wouldn't be surprised. Affleck is a good Batman. I listened to Warburger's Jaina 20 times. The one time I can make a Friday stream, I lose my keys at work. I almost missed the entire thing. Oh no, I hope you found your keys. That sounds really stressful. If the appearance of one person in a race being able to be that class, then we could have Pandaren DKs because of Gravewalker G? You know what else we would have if that was true, if it worked that way? Is we would have Blood Elf Druids because of that botanist guy in the Botanica. Is it the Botanica? There's a Blood Elf Druid. There's precedent. Zandalari trolls can be paladin. Not confirmed. Not confirmed. If you could not bully Hero, that would be great. Sup, Hero? How are you doing? I had my hope up for Blood Troll until it was slammed as not having a chance. They're kind of being set up as, like, you know, we're already making friends with one set of trolls that we've been fighting for a long time. So we needed a new troll that was like the bad trolls. Or like, how do we make them extra bad? Let's make them eat people, or well, they're not eating people. They eat some people. There's some gross stuff going on there. You don't want to. I mean, maybe you want to be a blood troll, but you don't want to be a blood troll. They look cool, but they're not nice. They're not friendly. She's so mean.
To Zorumgar, quickly.
All right. I heard Pet Tracker latest version leaves you unable to disable the display of pets in the world map. Is this a newer version than that? I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. Hopefully not, because I never play with them on the world map, and it upsets me when there's a bunch of extra stuff in my world map. I tried to play a feral. I was too awful at energy management. I do find that it feels a little bit drier energy-wise than when I'm playing rogue, but I can't really judge the playstyle because I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm probably doing it wrong. I started a Pally level 7 Torn. I'm deleting it right away and waiting for Zandalari. I mean, it's a good idea to play around with it and get your fingers on the buttons, and also it would be unfortunate if you delete it and you don't have anything ready and then Zandalari don't get paladins. Like, what if they don't get them? I'll eat when I feel like it. I mean, you should eat fairly regularly if you enjoy, like, staying alive and being healthy and feeling good. Food is good for you. Taking care of yourself is smart. I
serve the Horde.
I haven't found them, so if no one turns them in by Monday, I have to change my locks. Hero, my other pet guy. Okay, I think there's a meme that I don't think anybody's bullying him. I think there's a meme that I'm not getting here. My Forsaken eats people. That is true, actually. A lot of Forsaken have the cannibalize ability.
Slaves to this torment.
I bet there's lots of Forsaken that wouldn't eat people. You know, I bet not all of them would do it. Use explosives. Great. Sounds fun.
Surely it is nothing our Dark Rangers and a few demolishers cannot overcome.
Oh, so we're gonna do some bombing.
You got it. Hop into one of these beauties and take it for a spin.
Alright. Hope you're having a good Friday. Thanks, Lena. I am. How are you? Doing great. Ready for a nap, but I don't think I can take one because the Overwatch thing is happening. It's happening now, actually, but I'm gonna catch the second half of today's stuff after this. I can't go to sleep. I got Overwatch to watch. Use Tiger's Fury when you run out of energy. That sounds like an excellent idea that I probably should have been doing. Oh. I don't want to shoot rockets at trees. These look like really old trees. They've been here a while. Oh. This isn't very sustainable forestry. Oh, I'm killing wisps! The poor things are already dead! Oh. They already died once. I mean, I guess the same thing can be said of the Forsaken, but like... I don't know. I will name a Lightforged Dreadeye named Squid Vicious. Anyone else having trouble with tidy plates? Not me, but mostly because I've been using KUI nameplates. I used to use tidy plates. Hopefully somebody else in chat can help you with your actual question, because I'm not going to have anything helpful to say. But I used to use tidy plates back in Warlords and earlier, and when it came to fighting Manaroth in HFC, they just wouldn't work for me. There was something about that patch that broke tidy plates for me, and I was too impatient to wait for them to patch it. They did eventually patch it, but I was too impatient to wait for it, so I just switched to KUI nameplates. I never really looked back. It was the... I know you meant to say the Loa, but I appreciate that the Lua told everyone that Sylvanas... It was a Lua error. That's why Sylvanas is the war chief. You know, there was like a Lua error. I felt sad doing these quests in my Horde Druid. Sentinel Owl. Undead do not have to worry about morals. I mean, some of them do. Check out the Colteran human druid forms. Yeah, they're neat. We looked at some of them when they came out.
I have no time for games.
Have we seen their travel form yet? Did we ever get that? I know, like, I remember the cat form and I remember the bear form. I don't remember the travel form. Alright, so now we're going back to the wall.
It seems the wisps are susceptible to distraction. We will exploit this weakness to get past them.
Distraction?
Sawfang, take a squad into Felwood. Seek a path over the mountain into Darkshore.
Just like put a phone with some social media in front of them? They'll just let the wall fall down? Oh gosh. Objective threat plates. A wisp stole my wallet once. Good riddance. KUI looks better. I used to, like, the first time, when I first switched to it, I didn't like it better at all. But I got used to it, and I like it better now. I hope no one waits on making a paladin, because Blizzard already said that they won't. Did they say that? I've lost track of what they have and haven't said. There's a lot of info coming out.
I cannot hold it much longer.
Okay. So we're good there. Do we have to keep questing up, or are we almost done?
Give me a moment.
I'm surprised she feels pain. They show the ground form, not the flying form. Oh, okay. You wish Blizzard would label that shirt.
These savage elves would do you no such fate.
Would Wonder Woman's travel form be invisible? Evening, Hazel. Just wanted to say hi. It's late and hot here in the UK. I've had a long day. Off to bed. Have a good night. Awesome, Vin Hazel. Thank you. Have a good night, Bella. I hope that it cools down for you. It's been thankfully at least cooling down here at night. It's been really hot during the days, but it's been getting just below 70, so I can actually open all the windows and I can open all the windows and turn on some fans and get some fresh air through here through the night, which is nice. Okay, a little bit more questing. Halfway. I don't need to do this that badly. Although I think I am gonna direly need the 210 gear in this character. Like if I'm gonna level it, I'm gonna wish I had done this. I can't use that while shapeshift. I'm gonna actually have to attack people. Oh, but they're wearing their pretty armor. Also, I need to use Tiger's Fury at some point. I guess it's over there. That's the one. Is Hazel running dailies on everyone? Is that the plan for today? So I did do that. I caught up on all of my Alliance characters. Now I'm doing the original initial quest line on my Horde character. Just because I haven't seen it on Horde yet, and if I do want to get this all geared up, I don't know how much I care, but if I do want to get this all geared up, I'm going to want to have this done. So, let's get the glaive throwers down. I should probably stealth. I don't think I have stealth keybound right now, so that's probably really a big factor as to why I haven't been pressing that button. Tiger's Fury. The problem with the archers is they're all shooting me. We have every Culturan Druid form except for the Moonkin one. Oh, did we get the bird one? You have a few more to do. You're almost done. Aren't these wisps tired from killing Archimon? I mean, that was a while ago. Also, it's different wisps. Like, didn't the Archimon wisps die? I thought that those wisps didn't make it. They made the ultimate wisprifice. Culturan Druids look like bundles of sticks. Yeah, but like spooky bundles of sticks. Oh, do you think that Bladestorm is the coolest ability in the game? It's cool. It looks neat. I don't think it's the coolest one. I think Void Form, Void Form is the coolest ability in the game. You float off the ground, you like tilt your head back, you sprouting tentacles, and your haste gets faster, and you start breathing faster, and you're slapping void bolts at people. Definitely the best one. The new camp there has spikes. It's been mid-40s here in Las Vegas the past week. It's hot. Are there mission followers that can come with you for World Quest and BFA? I don't think so. I think we're done with combat followers, or at least I don't think they've added any. I haven't seen any. And I haven't seen anybody else with them either, so if anybody's found them, they haven't been on beta. I don't think we're doing combat followers this time. F11 is your stealth? F11 is my stealth, huh? That's a dumb place for it. Let's put it up here on V. This character was never designed to be a feral druid. She was always a resto druid, so I never really set up the specs keybinds. Will the WoW app for missions still work in BFA? I think they're gonna update it. It probably won't be called the Legion app, but I would assume they're gonna continue to do a mission app. Are you gonna try war mode? No. Probably not. Maybe. But I don't PvP much, and when I do PvP, I prefer to PvP heal. And what's the point of that in war mode? Like, maybe if I'm hanging out with other people and we're, like, the point is that we're gonna go world PvP and it's a group thing, that might be fun, but aside from that, The most evil person in Warcraft lore is the adventurer. They've killed people for trinkets and money. We do that. We've done people of every faction have done all sorts of really morally questionable quests.
We will slaughter anyone who stands in our way.
Owls? You want me to kill owls? You want me to kill pretty green jade owls? Man, I don't want to kill owls. I'm a druid. I like owls. Birds are cute. Ooh, I'm sorry. They did a mass wisp explosion. They're double dead. Can we watch your stream on Twitch? No. No, it's not on Twitch. What classes would make more sense to use the boost on? probably something that you don't already have leveled that you have an interest in playing as like a backup. If you have like no interest in playing an alt ever, and you just don't know what to use it on, I like having a rogue just for opening lockboxes. That's kind of nice. So that you don't have to mail them to somebody else whenever you get one you want to open it up. Which race should I make for my new shaman? Depends on the faction. But I really like the new ones. Like, I like Dark Iron Dwarf. You can't do it yet. Of course, you're going to need to play some BFA before you can make a Dark Iron Dwarf shaman. But I like Dark Iron Dwarf shamans. And Zandalari can also be shamans, right? Like, when we do get those, I think they'll also be available. They want me to kill a lot of people out here. They want me to kill, like, 18 things, and I'm just a druid with not all that much gear, and it's like, it's taking a while. Killing owls, such as the life of a horde. What's next, kittens? Best time in AV was the night that I picked a random pocket healer and held the bridge against like 10 alliance. We killed Bessie. They're magic owls though. Hazel, tree, and owl killer. Oh dear. You know, it's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna finish this later. I may not finish it later. But the stream is done for today. I'm looking forward to flopping down on my couch and watching some Overwatch League. I thank you guys very much for coming to the stream and watching, and all of the very generous super chats and sponsorships. I appreciate you guys so much. I just put out a vlog like halfway through the stream, so there should be a new video to watch if you are into watching videos. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.